Law and Home Affairs Minister K Shanmugam and Manpower Minister See Leng have filed statements of claim in their defamation lawsuit against Bloomberg and journalist Lode Away, asserting that parts of a December 2024 article are false, baseless, and defamatory. The lawsuit, filed in January 2025, concerns Bloomberg's article titled "Singapore Mansion Deals Are Increasingly Shrouded in Secrecy," which discusses Good Class Bungalow transactions. The report revealed that Dr. Tan purchased a GCB at Brizay Park in 2023 for 27.3 million Singapore dollars. Bloomberg, in its report, also cited TOC's report in September that K Shanmugam sold a GCB in Queen Astrid Park for 88 million Singapore dollars in August 2023. Both ministers argue that the report falsely implies they used non-caveated property purchases to avoid scrutiny. According to the ministers' legal filings obtained by CNA, the article suggests they took advantage of there being no checks and balances or disclosure requirements in purchasing a property in a non-transparent manner. They argue that the report implies they sought to hide their transactions and avoid scrutiny, including about the possibility of money laundering. The statements claim these implications are false and baseless, and were intended to damage their reputations as government ministers. They further state that Bloomberg's continued publication of the article and its wide accessibility have contributed to the alleged harm. Following the article's publication on 12 December 2024, the ministers announced plans to issue legal letters of demand to Bloomberg and other media outlets that republished the article. On 23 December 2024, Singapore's Protection from Online Falsehoods and Manipulation Act Office issued a correction direction to Bloomberg. Similar orders were issued to The Edge Singapore, The Independent Singapore, and The Online Citizen. Bloomberg complied with the order by posting a correction notice, but stated that it respectfully disagrees and reserves the right to appeal. The ministers are seeking unspecified damages and an injunction to prevent Bloomberg and Mr. Lowe from republishing what they claim are false allegations. In response, Bloomberg and Mr. Lowe have filed defense statements denying that the article is defamatory. Bloomberg stated that, as a financial news organization, it had no interest nor reason to damage the reputations of Singaporean ministers. The news outlet clarified that its article aimed to highlight two key points. Non-caveated GCB transactions offer privacy benefits and often result in higher sale prices. Some buyers use trust structures to keep their identities undisclosed within the boundaries of existing laws. A caveat is a legal document submitted to the Singapore Land Authority to register a buyer's interest in a property, preventing others from purchasing it. Bloomberg argued that reporting on the privacy afforded by non-caveated transactions is not defamatory. The company stated that Dr. Tan's purchase was one of 4 examples cited in the article, and that no wrongdoing was suggested. It also contended that the minister's legal filings selectively quoted portions of the article, which should be read in full for proper context. Bloomberg further stated that Dr. Tan was widely known as a man of means due to his prior role as CEO of a publicly listed healthcare company. It argued that any suggestion he engaged in non-transparent transactions to avoid scrutiny would not be plausible. Even if the article were found to be defamatory, Bloomberg asserted that it was covered by the defense of responsible journalism. The company argued that the article reported on property transparency issues in Singapore, which is a matter of public interest. Bloomberg stated that Mr. Lowe took steps to ensure accuracy, including reaching out to Dr. Tan's press secretary for comment on 25 October and 4 December 2024. However, the minister declined to respond. Additionally, Mr. Lowe consulted the Singapore Land Authority, the Urban Redevelopment Authority, and real estate experts. He also relied on reputable data sources in preparing the article. The case is scheduled for a High Court case conference on 11 March 2025, where procedural matters will be discussed. Separately, TOC Chief Editor Terry Shi, currently residing in Taiwan, has not yet received the writs of summons from the ministers. The ministers would need approval from the Taiwanese courts to serve him with legal documents.